All right, let's talk about something huge, something we all think about, whether we admit it or not. When we get older, who's really going to be there for us? The answer, well, it's probably not what you think. So let's dive in. Seriously, just picture it for a second. The very, very end. Who's by your side? It's a tough question, I know. Kind of uncomfortable, right? But it cuts right to the chase, to our biggest hopes and our biggest fears. We all have this picture in our heads of who we want to be there, but if we're being honest, who do we actually think it's going to be? For most of us, the answer usually falls into one of two camps. First, our kids. We raised them, we poured everything into them, so of course they'll be there for us, right? Or it's our spouse, our partner in crime, through thick and thin. But here's the tough pill to swallow. Reality is a lot more complicated. Our kids have their own lives, their own jobs, their own kids. And our spouse? Well, the simple, brutal math of life means one of you is almost certainly going to go first. Okay, so let's tackle that first big assumption, our children. This idea of raising kids to provide for your old age has been around forever. It's like baked into so many cultures. But let's be real, in the world we live in today, is that truly a safe bet? Let me tell you about a retired teacher, a Mr. Zhang. He did everything right, raised two super successful sons, a businessman and an engineer. He thought he was set for life. But then, at 75, he got really sick. And his sons? They were just swamped. Their jobs, their own families, they couldn't be there the way he'd imagined. And the real kicker? He had this moment of clarity where he thought, I can't even be mad because I did the same thing to my parents when I was their age.
And see, this story isn't about bad kids, not at all. It's about this powerful idea called Tian Dao, the natural order of things. Think about it. Birds leave the nest, right? They have to. It's just how nature works. Well, our kids are the same. They have to go build their own lives. It's not them abandoning us. It's just the way the universe is wired. So that leads to a really important realization. When we pin all our hopes for our old age on our kids, we're actually putting this massive, kind of unfair weight on their shoulders. And let's face it, we're often setting ourselves up to be let down. The biggest, truest act of love might just be letting them go, letting them fly free, without tying them down with this heavy rope of duty. All right, so if we can't put all our eggs in the kids' basket, what about our spouse, our life partner, the one person who promised to be there till the end? I mean, that's gotta be the one foolproof plan, doesn't it? Well, let's talk about a woman named Mrs. Lee. She and her husband were together for 50 years. 50! They were two halves of a whole. Her entire identity, her whole world, was built around him. So when he passed away suddenly, her world didn't just crack. It completely disintegrated. She realized she had no idea who she was or how to live, just for herself. Her story really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? That phrase, "till death do us part." Well, it has a built-in, heartbreaking finale. One person always has to leave first. It's just a fact of life. And if you've made that person your entire universe, what happens when they're gone? You're left incredibly vulnerable, completely adrift. Okay, so let's recap. Our kids have to build their own nests. Our spouse will, statistically, leave one of us behind. So, who's left? After everyone else is gone, who is the one person that is absolutely 100% guaranteed to be there with you at the finish line? There's this amazing old phrase, fan ju ju ji, and what it means is simple, but wow, it's powerful. It means seek the answer within yourself. We spend our whole lives looking outside for help, for support, for validation. But what if the real bedrock, the ultimate source of strength, has been inside us this whole time? And that's it. That's the big reveal. The one companion who is with you for the entire journey, from your first breath to your very last, is you. Children arrive later and eventually leave. Spouses join you for part of the journey. But you are the only constant. You are your own final companion. Now hold on. This isn't a call for selfishness. I'm not talking about the small, ego-driven self that just wants what it wants right now. No, we're talking about cultivating your great self, that strong, resilient, and wise inner world. That's the companion you have to spend your entire life getting to know and build. Okay, so that sounds great in theory, right? Cultivate your great self. But what does that actually mean? How do you do it? Because this isn't something you can just flip a switch on when you retire. It's a project. A lifelong project of building a rich inner world that can sustain itself. So here's a kind of roadmap, and it's not some mystical, impossible stuff. It's practical. Step 1, get good at being alone. Not just tolerating it, but actually enjoying your own company. Step 2, find hobbies you can do by yourself. Think about that 85-year-old Mrs. Wang, who found a whole new life in calligraphy after her husband was gone. Step 3, practice gratitude. Actively look for what's good, not what's missing. Step 4, never ever stop learning. It keeps your brain firing and your soul feeling young. And finally, step 5, talk to yourself. I'm serious. Take time to check in, reflect, and really get to know that person inside. And you know what's amazing? When you start doing this work, your whole perspective shifts. Self-reliance stops sounding like a sad, lonely thing and starts feeling like freedom, real freedom. It's not about building walls to keep people out. It's about building a foundation so strong that you're okay no matter who comes or goes. There's a quote from the I Ching that just nails this idea. It says, "As heaven moves with vigor, the superior person endlessly improves themselves." Basically, the universe is always moving, always growing. And we should too. Never stop working on yourself. That's the real secret sauce to a good life.
At any age. And here's the coolest part, the big paradox. The better you get at being your own best friend, the better your relationships with everyone else become. It's wild, right? You're not needy anymore. You love your family from a place of abundance, not desperation. You can let them be free because you're already free. You end up with less fear, more peace, and a life that's truly authentically yours. So the bottom line is this. Your truest, most loyal, most understanding companion, they're not someone you have to find. They've been with you your entire life, just waiting for you to notice. The only question is, are you ready to finally turn around and say hello?